it's Zaya, and today we are taking a look at my daily log, Hemlock and Oak 2026 Daily Journal. All right, let me go ahead and start with what I'm using for my stickers. Now, this is just some wax paper. I made my very first purchase. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name of the shop, but I think it's Izobova over on Etsy. I made my very first purchase in, I believe it was November. Extremely fast shipping considering the stickers are coming from Poland, but I picked up a lot of her sticker books. And while the idea is to not only use her stickers in this book, I did pick up quite a lot of them because I had never purchased from her before, and I do really love her stickers. So I picked up quite a bit of her books, and I'm going to try my very best to primarily use her stickers. But unlike a lot of my other journals, notebooks, and planners, I'm not going to limit myself when it comes to what I put in my daily log. All right. And I just keep all of this together. I'm going to go ahead and place that off to the side. Now, I'm going to be using a Hemlock and Oak. I love this color. Just love it. Now, you're going to notice that this one does not have a vision board, and that is because I'm planning on putting my vision board here, and it's kind of going to be like a memory board, and I'm going to be doing that at the end of the year, at the end of 2026. So all of my memories, I'm going to go ahead and place them in there. When we turn the page, if found, please contact. I'm not going to fill that out. I don't ever do anything with those pages. I'm not quite sure about these pages, if I will do something or cover them. Undecided at this point. Same thing here. I'm not really sure what I want to put here because there's not really any space to write something. I could just put a sticker for each month as we go through the months, but I'm not really sure what to put on 2027 if I'm just adding stickers in. I might decide to just cover it or maybe just leave it alone, just not put anything there so I'm not bulking up the planner. All right. These are essentially the months that you can actually write on. I did go ahead and add in some stickers. This one I picked up off of, I think, Temu. And then these ones are from Izobova. So I'm not going to be able to tell you what exact sticker books they are from because I'm kind of just going through them. And this is just going to be a collage of sorts. I went ahead and marked in any holidays that I'm going to be celebrating and then days that are important to me, and then I will write those in. I'm not quite sure what to do with this page yet. I'm thinking of doing one line a day, but I'm not quite sure. Especially for this section down here, it's undecided. I still have plenty of time. I don't want to rush this because we are technically only on the 8th of December. We have plenty of time. I don't want to have to be going back and whiting things out. But right now, it's looking like this might be one line a day and kind of using this as an index. Now, this page over here is going to be covered. It currently just has the holidays for Canada and the United States, but it will eventually be covered. Right over here, we have my goals, and it says right here, using her stickers, my 2026 goals. I went ahead and placed this one in because I do want to do some traveling. And then I just love this little collage that I created. Let's go ahead and go through some of my goals. Hemlock and Oak, purchased, cover. If you know where I can find a cover or a cover on cover that fits this daily book, please let me know. I don't know where to find one. Even if I had to have it custom made, I will totally look into doing that. Stickers and stamps. I'm going to be trying to use primarily stickers and stamps. No pictures within this book except for the vision board, but that's not going to come until the very end of the year because I don't really want this book to get super, super chunky. Vision board, as I mentioned, that's not going to happen until around December of 2026. I already have my tabs. You saw them in that sticker book, but I just haven't placed them yet. I kind of want to wait and I don't want to be messing with them. My daily highlights page, I do have a section for the daily highlights, and I'm going to show you kind of what my ideas are on how I'm going to be setting that up. I'm going to be doing some mood tracking, and I'm kind of in between what stickers I want to use, if I want to use whimsy mood faces or if I want to use ones from the Coffee Monster Co. I might do maybe a combination of both of those, or I might try kind of reaching out and seeing if I can find other sticker companies that also have those types of mood faces. I want to write about how I felt that day in relation to mood tracking. And then setting up my journal, I've already gone ahead and set it up. I want to have a currently page. Now that currently page is actually getting moved into a completely different book. It's going to be moved into my memory keeper, and that is still a Hemlock and Oak, but it's a Hemlock and Oak disc bound, and then that's where I'm going to be placing my photos. I want to track gratitude. I'm not quite sure how I want to track that yet. That might be where I place this over here, just create a list. And I do have some extra spaces if I want to fill in some more things. If you have any ideas, I would love to know. Blotting paper, you've noticed probably in all of my videos, I use tons of blotting paper because I don't want the ink to transfer. I do have a sticker box. I need to create a list of things to buy. And then the currently just goes along with this currently page list, which you'll see when we do my memory keeping setup and review. But unfortunately, it still hasn't come in yet. I'm waiting for those inserts to arrive from Hemlock and Oak. I'm going to have a monthly highlight section, and we will go over that. I do have an area for birthdays, events, and holidays that you saw in the front. I just haven't written them in yet. All right, so this is our monthly view. And I'm thinking what I'm going to be doing is something similar to what Heba, I think that's how you pronounce her name, from my little journal. Where are my notes? I have notes for this. Where are those? Where did they go to? I have notes. Or at least, oh, they're right here. Let me grab these real quick. They're under this other. Okay. Is that the only one? There might be a second one. Okay, sorry. All right. My apologies. Okay. So my little journal, what she does, I think her name is pronounced Heba. I think what she does is, well, I know this is what she was doing previously because I took this image. I want to do kind of like a monthly highlights, highlighting the day and doing either a drawing, which will help with the bulk, like a doodle, or a sticker, and kind of just like to highlight that specific day. And then it kind of also works as an index. And then I might do January, you know, have out the month there on the side, but I'm not quite sure yet. There are little check boxes here, which I may go ahead and write things in. Undecided. I might leave a little space for gratitude. If you have other ideas, I am also very interested in hearing what those ideas may be. But this is currently what I'm thinking of doing. And then over here on the dailies, my idea for the dailies is this. So similar to how you can see where I'm pulling all my inspiration from. I'm going to be doing either the Coffee Monster Co. or etc. Some type of mood tracking over here in the top, and then how I felt. And writing that in over there. She normally does weather, and then she writes out what day it is. So she'll put like Monday, if it's Monday, kind of to make it more visible, or she will write in or stamp out the number of the day. I want to put over here in this section the highlights. I'm not going to be using the schedule. I'm going to put the things that happened on that day, because this is going to be kind of similar how she did it, where she just took big moments or moments from that day and she either stamped it or doodled or wrote about some things that were happening throughout the day. I want to do something very, very similar, but I want the highlights to be only on this side, and other things that happen can go over here, but I want those key important details to be over here so they're easier for me to find. And then I just wrote down that either using images, stickers, or stamps, and then I wrote down moments from the day, and then journaling. Now I know there is a section back here, so this is just for placing in the tabs. There is a section in the back for like a review. There are all of these extra additional pages for journaling, but I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be using those for. Let's see if we can get all the way to the very, very back. Okay, so we have a year-end review. So identify 5 moments from last year that you would want to cherish, who or what you are grateful for in the last year and why, which I was also thinking this could be for gratitude, and then I could write about that one specific thing or person that I was very grateful for. How have your values changed in the last year? Has their importance shifted? And then filling out all of these pages. Now, it's not a lot, but hopefully the book doesn't chunk up too much, because then if it's chunking up a lot, it's, you know, that's one of the things about having a bound book is that chunk. And unlike a lot of people that like the chunk, I don't personally love chunky books, which is why I've used disc bound quite a lot. But I'm hoping that using stickers and then also using a combination of stamps and thinner stickers, that the book won't chunk up too much. But so yeah, that's where we are currently at with this daily log. And it's kind of like journaling, kind of not. It's more on the, I guess, logging aspect where I can just go back and look at the day. But I'm not going to be writing anything in that's extremely personal or information that I don't want to share or wouldn't be willing to share on the internet. There may be some days where that happens, and I'll just cover those things up. We won't be really flipping through this one or looking through this one, I don't think, as often as we will be the other books that I have in my lineup. What I did here was this was my initial plan. I just kind of wrote things out and was trying to create some type of idea and, you know, where could this go? You know, I could put the to buy list in the back pages, but I don't think there's going to be very many things that I'm going to be buying except for stickers and stamps for this book. But we'll see. You know, you never know. That's why it's important to kind of give yourself grace and don't just rush right in right away, because there's always the possibility for change. I hope you enjoyed Planmas Day 8, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Let's check out what we're going to be doing for tomorrow, because I'm not quite sure. Where is our Planmas book is over here. Let's see. What does it say we're doing for Planmas Day 9? What are we doing? Oh, manifesting. Okay, so tomorrow we are doing my manifesting planner. Well, it's not planner, it's a journal. My manifesting journal. I'm very excited for you to see that. I'm going to be repurposing a Sterling Ink 5-year. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, friends.